Have you ever wondered why, despite showering her with gifts, expensive dinners, or even promising her the world, she still seems distant, almost emotionally untouched? It's strange, isn't it? You give and give, yet her eyes don't sparkle the way you hoped they would. But then she meets a man with no fancy car, no designer watch, not even half the wealth you have, and suddenly, she's laughing like she's known him forever, listening to him like his words are poetry, and holding his gaze like he's the only man in the room. And you sit there wondering, what did he give her that I didn't? Here's the unsettling truth: it was never about the money. The ancient Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Women, whether they consciously realize it or not, are deeply drawn to men who embody this truth. Men who carry something far rarer and far more magnetic than money. Today, we're peeling back the curtain, because the things women secretly love the most are invisible to the eye, yet unforgettable to the heart. And once you understand them, you'll never chase affection the same way again, because she'll start chasing you. This isn't about tricks, manipulation, or playing games. This is about becoming the kind of man who naturally awakens a woman's deepest respect, admiration, and affection, the way the Stoics did centuries ago. When you embody these 6 timeless qualities, you stop trying to impress her and start inspiring her. But before we dive into them, I want you to do 3 things right now. Subscribe to this channel, Deep Stoic, where we explore ancient wisdom to master modern love. Like this video to support the message. It tells the algorithm that men still value character over chaos. And most importantly, watch until the end. Because if you miss even one of these 6 things, you might miss the key that makes everything else fall into place. Imagine this for a second. You stop chasing love, and love starts chasing you. She looks at you with that quiet awe, not because of what's in your bank account, but because of who you've become. That's what this video is about. It's about turning inward, as Marcus Aurelius taught, and realizing that true power and true love are built not on gold, but on the unshakable foundation of self-mastery. So are you ready to discover the 6 things women secretly love more than money? Then take a deep breath, and let's begin. Point number 1, emotional stability, her safe place in a storm. Think about the very first time you fell in love. Remember that spark? That dizzy rush when she smiled at you like you were the only man in the world? Now let me ask you this. What happened when life got heavy? When things got messy? When work stressed you out? Or arguments cracked the silence? Did you stay calm? Or did you break like glass? Because here's a truth most men never hear. A woman doesn't fall in love with your money. She falls in love with how safe she feels inside your presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That single sentence explains more about attraction than any dating book ever will. When you become the kind of man who stands like a rock while the world is shaking, something deep inside her softens. She starts to trust you, not because you promised her anything, but because she can feel that your energy won't collapse under pressure. Imagine this. She's crying about something small but meaningful to her. Everyone else dismisses it, but you sit quietly listening like her storm matters. You don't try to fix her. You just stay calm, grounded, present. That moment will mean more to her than any diamond, because what she secretly craves is a man who can hold space for her emotions without being drowned by them. A man whose presence whispers, "You are safe here." And the moment you become that man, her love changes. It deepens. Think about your own love story. What would have happened if, in your hardest arguments, you had stayed calm instead of defensive? Would she have trusted you more? Looked at you like you were her shelter in the chaos? That is the first secret. Be the calm and she'll give you her heart. Point number 2, purpose. A man driven by something greater. Close your eyes for a second and go back to the early days of your love story. Remember how she used to look at you, like she was watching a man about to conquer the world? Do you know why her eyes shined like that? Because deep down she wasn't just in love with you, she was in love with where you were going. Women are drawn to men who are in motion, men whose lives are guided by a purpose bigger than themselves. Not because of the rewards that purpose might bring, but because of the fire it lights inside your soul. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Stop wasting time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That's what purpose does. It turns you from someone who's drifting into someone she can believe in. Think about it. The moments she admired you most weren't when you spent money on her, were they? They were when she saw you chasing something with passion, building your dream project late at night, learning new skills, refusing to give up on yourself even when no one else believed in you. That's when her heart whispered, "This man is going somewhere, and I want to walk beside him." Imagine this. You're sitting with her on a quiet night, city lights glowing outside, and you start telling her about your vision, not just for money or success, but for the kind of man you want to become. Her head rests on your shoulder and you notice her breathing slow, like she's falling in love all over again. Because when a woman sees a man on his path, she feels safe giving him her heart. She sees that even if storms come, you won't collapse, you'll rise. And that right there is a kind of security money can't buy. So ask yourself, are you still walking your path? Or did you stop when you got comfortable? Because if you want her love to burn bright, you must keep your fire burning. Point 3. Emotional presence, being fully with her in the moment. Do you remember that one night when time seemed to stop around her? When you were both lost in laughter, or just quietly holding each other, and the rest of the world faded into silence? Those moments didn't cost you a single coin, but to her, they were priceless. You see, what she secretly longs for more than anything money can buy is your presence. Not your phone half glowing on the table. Not your distracted while your mind runs off into tomorrow. Just you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." And when you do, something magical happens. She starts to feel seen. Not just looked at, heard, not just listened to. Because presence says something to her heart. Right now you are my entire world. Imagine this, she's telling you about something that seems small. A rough day, a strange dream, a silly fear. Most men would nod while scrolling their phone. But you set your phone down, meet her eyes, and just listen. You ask gentle questions, you smile at her stories, you laugh when she laughs. In that moment, she's not thinking about how much you earn. She's thinking, he sees me, the real me, and I matter to him. That kind of presence touches something in her soul that diamonds can't reach. It makes her feel chosen. And maybe deep down, you felt it too, that warmth when she was fully there with you. When her eyes sparkled just for you and you knew, without a word, that you were enough. That's what she wants to feel again. And you can give it to her not by buying her more, but by being with her more. Because when you give her your presence, she gives you her heart. Point number 4, emotional vulnerability, letting her see the real you. Think back to your love story, not the beginning when everything was perfect, but the moments when you weren't okay. Do you remember the first time you opened up to her about something real? Your fears, your pain, your doubts. Remember how her eyes softened? How she didn't pull away but moved closer? That wasn't weakness. That was the moment she saw you. Here's what most men don't understand. Women don't fall in love with your armor. They fall in love with the man hidden beneath it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." And nothing is more true, more honest, than showing her your heart, even the cracked pieces. Imagine this, you're sitting with her late at night. The world is quiet. You tell her about something that once broke you, how you felt lost, how you questioned your worth. Your voice shakes a little and you almost regret saying it. But then she reaches for your hand, not out of pity, out of love. Because in that moment she sees your courage, not your perfection. Men fear that showing emotion will make them seem weak. But to a woman, that honesty is magnetic. It whispers, "I trust you with my heart." And when she feels trusted, she trusts you back. With everything. Think about your own love story. How much closer you could have been if you had shared more of your inner world. Would she have leaned into you more? Held you tighter? Believed in your love even deeper? That's what emotional vulnerability does. It turns love from a surface connection into something sacred. Money can impress her, but your truth, that's what bonds her soul to yours. So show her the man behind the mask, because when you let her see your scars, she'll love you even more for surviving them. Point number 5, consistency, being the man she can count on. Close your eyes for a second and go back to her smile. The real one, the smile she gave you when she finally let her guard down and trusted you with her heart. Do you remember how fragile that moment felt? Like holding something delicate and precious that could vanish if you weren't careful. Here's what most men forget. Love doesn't grow in grand gestures. It grows in consistency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. And a good man isn't just passionate, he's reliable. Day after day, storm after storm, think about it. When was she happiest with you? Was it the expensive surprises? Or was it the little moments when you kept your word? When you said you'd call and you did? When you showed up for her dreams like they were your own? When you were her steady heartbeat in a chaotic world? Imagine this. She's had a long, exhausting day. She's not asking for roses or jewelry. She just wants to know she can lean her tired soul against you, and you'll be there. Every time. That's what consistency does, and it builds emotional safety. It teaches her heart, I can trust him. He won't disappear when life gets hard. And deep down you know how powerful that is. Because maybe once someone left you when you needed them most, and it broke something inside you. Don't let her feel that same emptiness. Be the man whose love shows up, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's not. Because when she realizes you're the one thing in her life that never wavers, she'll love you with a depth you've never felt before. Money can catch her attention, but your consistency, that wins her soul. Point number 6, loyalty. Standing with her, not just beside her. Think back to the moment you first held her hand, the way her fingers curled gently into yours, like she was handing you not just her hand, but her trust. Do you remember that warmth in her eyes? That silent question she never spoke out loud? Will you stay? Because here's the truth most men overlook. A woman's heart doesn't need riches. It needs reassurance. It needs to know that when the world tries to pull you away, your heart will still choose her. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Loyalty is living that truth. Loving her not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Imagine this, she's standing in front of you, tears in her eyes, scared she's not enough. Maybe she's lost. Maybe the world has made her doubt her own worth. And instead of turning away, you step closer. You wrap your arms around her and whisper, "I'm not going anywhere." In that moment, something unspoken happens, her heart exhales. Because loyalty does what money never can. It makes her feel safe to love you completely. And maybe you've felt the other side of it. The sting of someone walking away when you needed them the most. You know how it leaves a scar, a question that never fully heals. Don't let her carry that wound. Show her that your love isn't conditional. Show her that no matter what storms come, she won't face them alone. Because when a woman realizes that your loyalty is stronger than temptation, stronger than pride, stronger than fear, she will love you in ways the richest man could never buy. Money can win her attention, but your loyalty, that wins her forever. Conclusion. When you look back at your love story, the moments that truly made her eyes light up, they were never about wealth. They were about you. It was your confidence that drew her close, your purpose that made her believe in you, your presence that made her feel seen, your vulnerability that made her feel safe, your consistency that gave her peace, and your loyalty that gave her the courage to give you her heart. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." And being one has nothing to do with how much you earn. It has everything to do with how deeply you love. Because in the end, women don't remember the price of the gifts. They remember the way you made them feel, cherished, chosen, safe. And if you give her that, she'll give you something money could never buy, her whole heart. Before you go, take a deep breath and ask yourself, am I becoming the kind of man she can trust with her soul? If your heart whispered yes, then don't let this message fade away when the video ends. Live it, breathe it, be it, because once you understand these 6 timeless truths, you stop chasing love and start attracting it. If this message touched something inside you, if it reminded you of what love is really about, then I want to invite you to join our journey here on Deep Stoic. Subscribe to the channel and tap that like button to let me know you're walking this path with us. And most importantly, watch the full upcoming videos because each one will take you deeper, not just into love, but into becoming the kind of man who embodies Stoic philosophy and inspires devotion without saying a word. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.